Good afternoon, everyone. There is a polite request for all the people sitting here to represent their startups. Those who have not registered themselves, please connect with the registration counter outside and register yourself and your startup. Only the startups. Those who have not registered yet. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, industry leaders, academicians, innovators, members of media, respected deans, faculty members, students, and the most important stakeholders, our esteemed alumni. They say, true innovation happens when ideas meet intent, infrastructure, and impact. Today, Dayananda Sagar University feels privileged to host this prestigious roadshow, Bharat Innovation and Business Idea Challenges, in collaboration with FICCI and Mercedes-Benz India. Today's gathering stands as a testimony to the power of collaboration between academia, industry, policymakers, and innovators for building India's deep tech and innovation-driven future. At DSU, we firmly believe that universities must evolve beyond being the center of knowledge dissemination to becoming active enablers of innovation, entrepreneurship, and societal impact. With advanced multidisciplinary research facilities, strong industry partnerships, and a thriving incubation ecosystem, DSU aims to identify and nurture high potential innovation and business ideas, strengthen industry-academia linkage, and create a robust ecosystem that inspire students and researchers to think about disruptive innovation and support startups, MSMEs, and future entrepreneurs through this event. As it is truly said, when academia and industry work together, ideas move faster from classroom to communities. To welcome our dignitaries and chief guest, may I please welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. B.S. Satyanarayana, and the chief guest for today, Dr. Varada Prasad Panigrahi, CEO of Incubation Center at Sri Sri University. Sir, I may please request you to please come up on dais and felicitate Sir with a bouquet. Sir, please. I request the chief guest for today to join us on the dais. Sir, we welcome you. It is our great privilege to introduce our visionary leader who has been instrumental in supporting DSU's multidisciplinary and innovation-led journey. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. B.S. Satyanarayan ji, PhD from Cambridge University, a visionary leader, mentor, and innovator with over 4 decades of transformative contribution across academia, industry, and research and development areas. As a driving force behind over 100 startups and skill initiatives, Sir continues to inspire generations. Today, his presence adds immense value to our celebration. Sir, may I please request you to address the audience?
Good evening, everyone. I think you're all exhausted, coming a long way, and so even our own colleagues, then they are busy with the exams, so even they are exhausted who are here. But then, good evening. Yeah, I think it's a very exciting day for us today to, partner with FICCI and Mercedes. I'd like to once again thank Dr. Varada Prasad for giving us this opportunity to engage. I will not take too much of time for 2 reasons. One, he has a flight to catch and he will have to start early. So, Dr. Varada Prasad, our dean, our directors, various CEOs, chairpersons of the department, my other colleagues, various startups who have come here, again, heads of institutions who have taken their time to join us, and other academic colleagues to startups and also future entrepreneurs. The students who are here in both the halls. I think the whole world is changing, whether we like it or not. and I don't mind repeating this every time, the modern globe, though wrongly represented, because maybe India is far bigger, but then the way the globe represented shows India is smaller. Similarly, Russia is supposed to be so huge, but it is shown shorter than whole of Europe. But still, the modern navigation routes were literally discovered looking for India. I mean, whether they went to America, whether they went to New Zealand, whether they came into Australia, or whether they came from Cape of Good Hope to India. So India was the global leader. I am sure you all have heard it a million times for 90% of the last 2000 years. I mean, 1800 years. Only for 10%, 200 years, 175 plus, others have taken lead. Even that they could take only when they looted all the wealth from whether it was India, Africa, Latin America. And from there, again, even the skill, and then built on it with good knowledge of mechanization, which was their contribution, technology, mechanization. And so they built something, and today wonderful technology has been built. But again, after building all this technology, they have also caused the climate change issues. So the whole world is re-looking at it. How do we recover from this damage or the disruption that has been caused by abuse of technology? And to do that, again, to recover it, they said, oh, we have to look at sustainability, but somewhere they put a 2070 goal, but abdicated it most of their work. After destroying the world, they have abdicated their responsibility to make it right again. So now, what is the sustainability? Again, I think I'm sure you're all aware, but I just want to reiterate that it is starting from our own philosophy of the word dharma. There is no equivalent word in English. Righteousness, respect, duty, value, I mean, all of them are, say, various meaning for dharma. It is not just yes or no. It is not a binary, but it is multiple shades. As the quantum era of electronics and computing is only going to emerge, but dharma had all that shades already built in. And the sustainable development, that is, when you say respect for the animate and the inanimate, when you say 33 crores or 330 million gods, it means say you respect every living being, and you also say every being has the same atoms and molecules into them. So all this was aware, but somewhere we lost the meaning. And if at all something was left in the age of parroting education, of the to-know education of Macaulay, even our own system, we at the most parrot, whether it's a mantra or a sloka, and most people do not even realize only 5% of all Sanskrit literature is slokas. 95% is way beyond that. Lot of knowledge. But so the current day modern language developed by the developed world, somewhere not fully shared, but cutting edge wonderful knowledge, linked with Bharatiya Parampara. The two together, I think when they are assimilated, again, only in an Indian environment it can happen. Once again, whatever we lost in the 8 to 10 or 9% of the 2000, we are once again destined to be global leaders for 3 reasons. We are the most adaptable, smart, and capable people in the world. I mean, our ability of adaptation, everybody in the home, he speaks maybe one language, they practice some way of customs, they go out and they meet with 10 different people and they will have no problem mixing. Whereas if you are in Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, see, they are so unidimensional. It will be very tough for them to even accept a single change. But then we are in a multipolar world which will evolve, or at least in education and knowledge domain, a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary area. Everywhere things have to come. And therefore, the ability to understand and create changes, adapt and change even with minimal requirement. For example, we did no innovation, but just by even starting as doing the service for software, we are today an AI leader without even having a chip. Semiconductors, we do more embedded design for every company in the world, but we don't seriously make a chip. I mean, our best technology is only 15 generations behind the world. But all that is going to change in the next 5 years. Not just the service enabling with whatever is developed, but the new service, the new product, the new idea is going to come from India. And that is the reason why when companies like Mercedes-Benz take a call, or you say there are hundreds of German companies today in India doing cutting-edge research. We have already had 500 GCCs. Now it is even increasing, and Bangalore and Karnataka has more than 50% of it. So the point I want to convey is, we have maybe I just don't mind sharing this joke. I was traveling in Paris. I'll not take too much of your time. Dr. Vardha Prasad has a very short time limit. So, suddenly what happened was I was traveling in this open air bus. There were many Europeans and some people from the Arab countries. So the Europeans simply said hi, hello, and turned their head away. Okay, one more brown guy in the vehicle, doesn't matter. But then the Arabs, because they were more used to more plundering. Europeans were more subtle in the plundering. So they are more used to plundering. They said, you see, you Indians are everywhere. I said, yes, what to do? You all came and plundered and again lost your wealth and you want us to come to your country also to make you successful again. Whereas we can manage even without you. So now the whole world is once again looking at India in the age of sustainable development with dharma as the basis. And this opportunity is a unique inflection point, as our chairman always says, for us to once again not just leapfrog whatever we missed in the manufacturing era. See, because there was a conventional development, then there was the manufacturing era. India lost most of the bus. Semiconductor also, we completely lost the bus. But service, most developed countries came on service later, after manufacturing. But suddenly, through service alone, in the last 10 years, we have doubled our economy. But in the next 10 years, we are supposed to again double what we did in 12 years we doubled. But in next 10 years, we are going from 4 to 8. And in next 22 years, 4 to 30 or 32 means 6 to 8 or 8 time growth. Such transformational growth. And again, I repeat every time, last 77 years of Indian growth was in spite of us academics. What we do or what researchers do or what research is done even in the MNCs in India was irrelevant. In spite of that, it was only scaled up production, adaptation and scaled up production which caused the gain. But now, the whole from concept to product to, building a whole solution, building a whole ecosystem of supply chain, and then a ecosystem of services, everything is going to happen from India, and then we are going to service the whole world. And that is what is realized when, say, companies like Mercedes seriously say, we are coming here to work with you and we want to support your innovation. And I'm sure Dr. Vardha Prasad will add more detail. It is not just giving some 30 lakhs grant, but hand-holding and transforming. And I just want to add a few sentences about Dayananda Sagar here before I close. So, when we go from this 4 to 30 trillion, just imagine already in the last 12 years, what is the transformation in every one of our lives? If we are going from this 4 to 32, just can you imagine how much of transformation will happen when everything happens here? And we are responsible for it. So if we just said last 10 years, we have already got 100 plus unicorns. I am not just talking of unicorns in terms of money, but we will have millions of unicorns touching millions of lives. Because we are talking of transformational change for everybody. When the Prime Minister says Antyodaya, even the last person in the line has to be enabled. And the technology has to enable. We have already demonstrated, whether it is the UPI, the Aadhaar, and many more technology, or even the affordable phone calls that this country gives, nobody else has. And if you go today and try to make a payment in Europe or America or Canada or even Australia, you will suddenly find that it is taking ages to send money. Here, even our panwala or sabjiwala or whatever, instantaneously transactions are happening. It's mind-boggling transaction. So, lot of innovation to happen in every domain. Finally, whenever changes happen, communication or mobility is the key, whether it is a telephonic communication or whether it is mobility with a vehicle. That is a key enabler of change. And therefore, today we have discussions about the mobility enabling from Mercedes. But we as a university decided that the communication, electronic, digital, AI, whole world is talking about digitalization. And in the age of AI, it is going to grow exponentially. So we are creating complete infrastructure for AI to do anything related to AI and AI-linked digitalization in the campus. In next 3 months, we would have 20 DGX AI-based lab with NVIDIA, which is going to look at AI as a university or AI industry, helping not just university, but every startup, every MSME, every public sector, to even the MNCs can do research, innovation, product, process, development, testing, verification, launch, supply chain management, whatever. And with sustainability and agentic AI provisions built in. And when we say Dayananda Sagar, again, we are truly a democratized university, as our Pro-Chancellor says. If 10,000 students are going, now we have 6,000, soon going to be 10,000 students joining. They will all come only on merit and one SOM fee. There is no difference. If they have a merit, they come in. And the facility that will be given, I can assure you, in 12 months from now, no Indian university and 95% of companies will not have the next generation technology that we will have end-to-end in this platform within our university, whether it's agriculture, veterinary, medical or aerospace, environment or legal domain, business and analytics or law, all will be able to work with the advanced facility. So we believe this working with Mercedes, getting the startups and interested innovators or even leaders who are transforming or educating innovators here is to say that one is you already get an opportunity to work with a global leader. That's the first. But then if by chance you don't even get that, we will be available as your partner, because any technology development is supposed to have 9 stages till it comes to the market. But we are saying till the end of the life cycle of that. So it's called TRL 1 to 9. I'll not go into the detail. I'll just finish off in under half a second. We are saying TRL 10, including agentic AI, including sustainability, circularity, and net zero provision. We will enable any company to be sustainable in all facets, from a concept or even a due diligence for the concept, strategy, operation, implementation, testing, verification, product launch, analytics at every stage of the market, to life cycle management and service. We'll be able to support, and also we also hope our own students will become entrepreneurs. And for that, I think this event is a good curtain raiser or even an education for us to see how a global leader is looking at facilitating it. So we want to learn and we want to partner. And in this age of learners, as I said today, nobody is learned. Then pace at which knowledge life cycles, again I repeat this wherever I have a chance. Iron took 200 years to come to industry and then survive. I mean, say, then maybe Stone Age, then iron, then I mean, say, steel, iron to better quality steel, then semiconductor 75 years, carbon 30, 35 years. Today, knowledge life cycles have reduced to 36 months, product process 24, 12, and 6, and any skill is further reduced. Even if 20-year-old experience of a doctor, tomorrow a humanoid robot can do it, and his skill becomes irrelevant. Such a unique experience, a 20-year doctor surgical capability transferred, and beyond that with a humanoid robot is the type of feasibility. So we are creating all this provision, whether you want to do robotics, I mean mobility, automotive drive, I mean industry automation, everything, or genomics, proteomics, facility will be here. So any startup, whether you are in mobility space or any domain, will be happy to support end to end. And we want to learn with FICCI and this Mercedes-Benz opportunity. So we welcome once again FICCI for giving us the opportunity to partner with them and Mercedes to give you an overview of what Mercedes-Benz is bringing on board to help startups. And we as a university will be happy, willing partner, both when you're part of it or otherwise, and that we will discuss at a later date. But welcome once again all of you for taking your time and coming here. I'm sure you'll have an enjoying day, and we'll have a long partnership as India grows and once again becomes a global leader that it was. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your welcome address, sir. Undoubtedly, India had been and will continue to emerge as the world leader in many ways. Also, sustainability is no longer a choice now. It is a responsibility of the innovators. With this, I would like to introduce the chief guest for today, Dr. Varada Prasad. He is a CEO for Incubation Center at Sri Sri University. Sir brings nearly 20 years of expertise in entrepreneurial development, consulting, and teaching. Sir has deep knowledge in entrepreneurship techniques such as idea generation, validation, prototyping, product development, go-to-market strategy, and investors' readiness. Dr. Varda trained and mentored over 300 entrepreneurs and 5,000 plus students and 200 faculty members across national and international engineering and management institutes. He comes with an international experience, including Uganda, Kenya, and other African nations, especially in agri-tech entrepreneurship, especially. With a long list of his achievements, I would like to call upon Dr. Barda to address the audience with his words.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected deans, directors, faculty members, and friends. So let me give my introduction. In fact, my things he has captured from my LinkedIn profile, which was a bit old. I'm a bit poor in the social media, so because of this. I represent FICCI. I'm the Director of Startup and Innovation Vertical at FICCI. Uh, Let me give you a quick introduction about FICCI Startup Vertical. As you know, FICCI is the voice for industries. And specifically, again, coming to startups, startup vertical, we connect the startups to our industry partners. We have more than 250,000 corporate partners with us, registered with FICCI, and we connect the startups to these industry partners, like Mercedes-Benz is one among them. We come up with multiple innovation challenge programs. We come up with multiple kind of investor connect, the investor connect, the kind of some acceleration programs. So this is Mercedes-Benz Innovation Challenge Program is one among them. So because of paucity of time, I'm not getting in depth of these FICCI services. I'll directly get into this. What this Innovation Challenge Program is about and what is the benefit for the prospective applicants. So again, just a brief about this. These are the members in they are the chairs and co-chairs of FICCI Startup Committee. As you know, Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandni, founder of InfoAge. Nakri.com, I hope everybody knows it. He's the founder of that. Mamaearth, Ghazal Alex, he is also our co-chair, and co-chair is also Mr. Pratik Maheshwari. So they are the advisors for this startup and innovation division at FICCI. So these are the brands associated. There are committee members who are basically associated with this FICCI startup and innovation division. So these are the services, as I said, specifically our role being a leader in industry body in India. We connect these startups, innovators to different industries for different purposes. So coming to this Mercedes-Benz Innovation Challenge Program, you might have come across some innovation challenge programs. I'll tell you what are the USPs of this program. So usually what happens in any innovation challenge program, they call for application or there is a hackathon and top 3, top 5, they give some award money, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever, and the show ends there. But our journey starts from there. Okay, we have called for application. I'll share you the timeline. So what is beyond that? We have already started for call for application. So we have also received around 300 plus application in just before 3 to 4 days time. And post that there'll be proper screening process. 7 startups, 7 innovators or startups will be identified. And these 7 startups, each of them, they'll be getting a grant up to 30 lakhs rupees. Some cases it might be more also. So what is beyond that? I told the journey starts from there. So these 7 selected startups or the innovators, they'll be given an incubation support for 1.5 years time. They will have access to R&D support from Mercedes-Benz for their product development or for their kind of MVP or the product development. Also, some of them may get associated with Mercedes-Benz as their vendor, as a supplier for different things. In addition to this is just a grant money, 30 lakhs rupees, but you need equity investment for scale up. FICCI, we have around 100 plus SEBI registered AIFs, category 1, category 2. We will, again, these 7 selected startups will be groomed, will make you pitch ready, and will connect you to this, our group of investors associated with us for the next round of funding, which for your scalability. So you are getting through this program, not only a grant, you are getting support, incubation support, you are getting R&D support, you are getting technical guidance, you are getting investor linkage. Okay, so this is a holistic support system about this program. And I'll just quickly run through this objective of this program. As I said, innovation, to promote innovation. Mercedes, first time they're coming up with this kind of program, though they usually do it in their in-house, but it's a kind of open innovation. They have a very strong R&D team, Mercedes as a brand. So of course they have a very strong R&D team, but this time they're looking for an open innovation, getting ideas, not only ideas, getting functional prototypes, at least at this stage, who can contribute to the society, who can contribute to the Mercedes-Benz program. I'll be sharing detail about this. So this is basically call for application, then we'll shortlist 30. These 30 startups will pitch to a group of people from Mercedes, from FICCI, from other stakeholders. And out of this 37 will be selected, then money will be transferred to the incubator through whom the startup is registered. And then incubator will release that fund to startups, and the UC again, it will vice versa. Benefits for startups, as I already shared with you, grant up to 30 lakhs rupees for top 7 startups, 12 months incubation support, code development and pilot solution with Mercedes-Benz, mentorship, technical guidance, visibility and recognition. We have a FICCI R&D, global R&D summit, where we'll be branding these top 7 startups. There is a potential long-term collaboration, as Mercedes-Benz has already shared with us. Some of them may be a part of their R&D process, can be a vendor for Mercedes-Benz for different programs. So this is an area of interest for you. So what are the sectors? So out of this, manufacturing is one sector. Manufacturing, it could be any kind of manufacturing, maybe a food product manufacturer, maybe an auto component manufacturer, maybe a kind of health tech manufacturer, could be any kind of manufacturer. Second is the sustainability. Sustainability, basically renewable energy, water management, green buildings, waste management, sustainable agriculture, ethical sourcing. Again, it's very broad. If we talk about, it's like a sector agnostic, okay? Though it looks like some sectors are there, but it is almost sector agnostic. Third is education and growth. EdTech, specifically in AI, VR learning, LMS, adaptive platforms, skill development, upskilling for Industry 4.0, content curriculum development, teacher training support. This is one sector. Another interesting sector is decarbonization, like carbon finance, climate change, greenhouse gas management. Very important sector what Mercedes is looking for. Road safety, again, as Mercedes into automotive sector, so this is V2X, vehicle to everything, intelligent transport system, traffic management, emergency response, post-crash management. Okay, so they are also looking for solutions in these sectors. Automotive EVs, charging infrastructure, stations management, swapping software, battery tech, new cells management, analytic recycling, software AI, or basically autonomous driving, navigation, predictive maintenance. Like for example, some of the brands, they have the ADAS system. I hope you might be knowing about ADAS system. So for example, one vehicle has ADAS system, but the vehicle which is coming back to this, they don't have this ADAS system. Okay. So what happens with ADAS, you know, if it is approaching to some obstruction, suddenly it breaks. But the vehicle which is coming from back, it may not stop. It may hit you. So can you come up with a solution? Could be a low-cost solution where, any vehicle, whether they have ADAS system or not, can be implemented, and which will be for the safety of, it's a road safety. Getting my point? So you need to come up with something very, very innovative, which will be useful for the society. Mercedes-Benz is not looking for a solution which will help them kind of in their R&D process or something. They have a very strong R&D team. They're looking for some solutions which will address some of the real challenges in our society. Okay, that's what basically the prime objective of this program. Tentative timeline, 31st December is the deadline of application. Then will be shortlisting 100, then 100 to 30. These 30 will pitch to a group of evaluators from Mercedes-Benz, from FICCI, and from some other stakeholders. And then 7 winners. Again, I mentioned the timeline. It is, we usually, FICCI always sticks to the time frame. So, FICCI, Mercedes-Benz, all these, the top 7 will be finalized by 27th of January. Release of grant to incubator, because this fund will be channelized from Mercedes-Benz to FICCI, FICCI to incubator, incubator to startup. So money will be released to incubators by 29th of Jan, and release of grants by incubator to selected startup by 31st of Jan, within 48 hours. Then incubation support to top 7 selected, 31st January to 30th January. Why we have put this timeline? Because in first tranche, FICCI will be releasing to incubator out of 30 lakhs, 15 lakhs rupees. So you should have at least 2 months of time to utilize this fund, and the UC has to be submitted by the startup max by 15th of March. I mean, you understand, 45 days is the time frame. So of course, we will, for the top 7 selected startup, we'll be developing a milestone, roadmap, utilization plan, everything, and which will be monitored on a weekly basis. Okay, so this is a time frame basically. We'll stick to this. Potential applicants, who can apply? So any startups associated with any recognized incubator. Recognized incubator means, you know, either registered with DPIT, Niti Aayog, DST. Most of the incubators today they are. Even if you are not registered, like those who are from Dayananda Sagar University, you can register with Derby. You can be an incubator with Derby at this point of time. Suppose someone is not there. Startups with developed solution. What we are looking for? A minimum functional prototype. Minimum functional prototype. It's not MVP prototype, but it's a functional prototype. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We will bring this functional prototype to final product in next 18 months. Okay, so these are the potential applicants. Intended impact, it's a macro impact starting from kind of Bikasit Bharat, laptop market, funding support, sustainable innovation, technologies, integration, capacity building. Okay. So with this, I would like to take a pause. And before, we get into a Q&A session, I would like to know how many of you are in this room startup founders. Can you please raise your hands? Okay. And how many of you think you will fall into these 6 sectors? Can you please raise your hands? Good. So I would request, maybe you can scan this QR at this point of time, fill it up. Why I'm asking you? Because the queries will come once you fill up the application. Then I will address it on spot. Maybe next 15-20 minutes will be here, and we'll. Others, in the meantime, please feel free to ask if you have any questions. I would like to clarify that. Yes, please. Yeah. Most welcome. Most welcome. See, our minimum requirement is TRL2, but of course, above that, most welcome. Take some photographs. Any other queries? You can use the password is 1212. You can take from back end. Any other questions? Please feel free to ask. I know, see why I've come from Delhi to Bangalore because I know there are lots of queries. It will be difficult for us to address these queries once you go back. Okay, our team is highly occupied. Everyone is moving to some or other city today. I mean, every day we are for next up to 27th of December. Each of my team members, we are traveling to different cities. So, will be difficult for us to address your queries. Yes, please. No, no equity. It's a grant. No equity. Sorry? No timeline. No timeline. Yeah. See, we are looking for functional prototype. Okay. So functional prototype, I would recommend one sector, one idea would be always better. Because time may not permit you in a short span of time. You have to put it in your presentation, upload the PPT. So one idea would be better. We can. It's not an issue. We can. But point is that, I mean, your focus will be more. Of course, like for example, is a group of researchers are there. Okay. In that case, you can apply maybe individual researcher or a team of researchers you can apply. But we are open for that.
Now the form asks for the DPIIT registration form,
Yes.
which means that it has to be a startup registered with DPIIT, right?
Yes. Suppose you don't have the DPIIT number at this point of time. Okay. Just mention anything. Maybe 0000 at this point of time, so that because it's a mandatory cell,
Yeah.
we will, at the time of screening, because as I told you, if you are not a registered startup with any incubator, you have time also. Like those who are from Dayananda Sagar, you registered with Derby, then you have the open access. Why we are insisting must be associated with any incubator? Because the fund will be flowing through the incubator. That's the only reason.
So do the incubators have to register anywhere, or you will assign this thing to the incubator?
We have already sent the communication. I mean, already this is a,
Okay.
so you can apply. See, the recognized incubator means either you have a Hotel Innovation, AIC, or TBI, ITBI, SEIC, METI funding, any government project. If your incubation center has received, it means you are a recognized incubator. Most of the incubator today in India, there are 900 plus incubators. All of them, they are the recognized incubators by someone.
You have offered for the working with the Mercedes-Benz and startup. What will be the IP, if anything, generated by the startup? I think that need to be
Great question.
clarified. Yeah.
Great question, sir. So IP will be with the startup. IP will be with the startup, not with Mercedes-Benz. So IP will be with you. Like I told you, you may act as a vendor for Mercedes-Benz, or you may kind of like, for example, your solution is something for global community. Okay? IP will be with you, very much protected with you. And we'll be signing the NDA also. For the 7 selected, only for the 7 selected, we'll be signing an NDA with also. Yes, audible, sir. Please go ahead.
Initiative because as per the CSR Act, if it's going to be commercialized in that particular set domain of the parent companies, then there's value that comes. Would it affect in any way?
Yeah, again, it's a good question. Because of that, the fund is going to the incubator. Incubator will give fund to these startups which are in impact domain. See, like for example, road safety, it has certain impact. decarbonization, you have developed something which minimizes the footprint of carbon footprint. It has a social impact. Okay, so it's a CSR fund for impact-based solutions, impact-based startups. But these sectors, what we have said, has some impact for the society.
You are saying that India will be signed with only those 7 companies, right? How about the idea that is being shared by the other companies? For example, any other company is sharing with the Mercedes-Benz. Will that be, some NDA has to be signed with them as well, I guess, because, they are disclosing their idea with you.
Yeah, see, it will be difficult at this point of time because we are getting huge number of applications. Okay, Mercedes-Benz, it's a brand. It has a high credibility with respect to the ethical aspects. It doesn't happen in that aspect. But again, because of the bandwidth issue, the kind of number of applications we are getting, won't be.
Yes, I'm Prashant here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So currently, we would like to have a startup with one of the US company. So is that also will be encouraged for the funding?
Which one? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Startup for the startup funding.
What you are doing?
No, we are collaborating with one of the US giant. So that kind of a startup also will be encouraged
Yeah, if it is a registered
in India.
entity in India,
Okay.
you are eligible to apply.
But operator can be Indian as well as the foreign citizen.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
Many of the good startup, they have multiple international operations today.
Okay.
If you have India registered startup, you are eligible to apply.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, I think someone is from back.
So good evening.
Good
This is actually ours is into logistics sector. With logistics services we are doing from industries to industries. So what are the qualifications should be required for this application to be filled?
See, logistic, for example, as I said with you, maybe some solutions
Okay.
which will improve the efficiency in the logistics sector.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And we are getting good response from our clients also. This is altogether in industries to industries what we are doing right now. And we are getting good response. But since it is not tech-based, and it's only an ethical one, so how we can go with this? Because nobody is there, since you have given us a fleet management. So I'm coming directly to the point, sorry.
Great. So it's a good question. During the next 18 months, if you will be selected, next 18 months, we will help you how to integrate technology in this aspect. Unless and until some technology is integrated, this startup is not scalable, not investable. This is a basic requirement.
Okay, actually it is in a growth stage.
Yeah. So we will help you out how to integrate technology
Okay,
in your venture.
okay.
And then, of course, this grant, there will be a milestone for this tech integration, budget utilization for tech integration in your venture.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Yes. What manufacturing?
PCB.
PCB. Yeah, but do you have any
Electronics.
innovative solution in this?
No, right now we are into service-based kind of thing.
You think about, some innovation should be there. Think about some tech integration, some solution which will some innovation should be there. Only PCB manufacturing, because they say there are so many
Correct.
players are there in this. Yeah. So, if no other questions, we can wind it up. How many of you have applied in the meantime? Can you please raise your hands? Good. Good, 2, 3. Others, please try, because why I'm asking you, you may get certain queries, and I would like to, same query might be applicable for others also when you will be applying in future. So you can ask this question. See, pitch deck, don't worry. There is a component to upload your pitch deck. You can revise that. When you will be kind of first 100 screening, pitch deck is not considered. We'll be considering other factors, innovation sectors. When you'll be from 100 to 30, that point of time, my team will ask you to upload your pitch deck, send your pitch deck once again. So don't worry for pitch deck. I understand it will take some time. Apart from pitch deck, other things you can as very well, it won't take more than 10 minutes. So I'd request maybe in next 10 minutes, please try to fill it up and ask if you have any questions. Yeah, today also you can apply. See, will be, because we have till now got almost 500 plus applications, so my team will start screening along with Mercedes-Benz team from by this coming Friday onwards. Yeah. So as soon as you submit, because evaluating this, we are expecting 2000 plus application will be difficult for us. So whenever any applications are coming, we'll just filtering the first round of screening basically. Yeah. It's a pan-India level.
Pan-India level. Okay. And will there be a rejection email sent if we are not selected in the process?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
No other questions? Already there is a vendor you are asking.
Still there could be, possibilities of improvement. Would you consider that?
Yeah, that's what basically they are looking for. They're not just looking for a startup just from the funding point of view. They're looking if your product or the solution is impressive, useful for Mercedes-Benz, they won't mind to take you as a vendor. Of course, they have a vendor empanelment process, everything as per their policy guideline, but that. Fine, then, so thank you so much. I think he has a last question, maybe we can take up. Sorry? No, oh no. See, if it is a proprietorship firm, you apply at this point of time. But if you would be selected, you have to convert that to a private limited or LLP, and you have to be registered with any incubator. Because we cannot give money directly to the startup as per the guideline. So, you need to be at, OPC as per DPIT guideline, private limited, LLP, OPC, all are eligible. Because it's a grant, it's not equity based funding, so eligible.
And registered with FICCI membership, startup membership, is that okay, or again it needs to have a registration with incubation?
No, incubation registration is must.
Must.
See, FICCI is an industry body.
Yeah.
You are a registered member of FICCI to avail the services, but you need to be registered with any incubator.
Fine.
Yeah. Very much. Please apply. See, decarbonization is the most upcoming sector now. Delhi pollution, as you know, I am from Delhi. So we are suffering like anything. There is no solution as on today in this sector. Very few solution providers are there. There are some carbon trading happening, some carbon finance, but when it comes to how to minimize carbon footprint, very few technologies, very few startups are there. So, I mean, it will be highly accepted, in fact. Even if it is at a idea stage, I'd request maybe in next 15 20 days, make it a prototype and you apply.
We could predict what is the maintenance, and we can send the real data to digital twins. So in that we can monitor when the machine can get failure. And for this idea, we had already.
Please apply. Please apply. So thank you so much because of paucity of time, Rito, but I would like, I'm thankful to Dayananda Sagar University, specifically our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is very, very supportive, very proactive. In fact, when I discussed with him, he told that most welcome. So he's a very welcoming nature in kind of promoting innovation, entrepreneurship. And I'm really thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor and all these people present today. And I would also request for a group photograph we can take.
We will have it. Yeah, sure. So once again, I think please let's give a big clap to Dr. Vardha Prasad. We are very happy that say we could have this event. So we'll just have a quick group photograph and a small memento. We know you're short of time and you have to fly to go to the airport and traffic is very tough. I just want to add a couple of points to anybody. I mean, one, as they said, they are saying they will support 8 people who get the award. But any other company, any other requirement, or say just now, one of the student mentioned about say air pollution, or I mean say carbon credits or carbon capture provision, or somebody spoke about, I mean, prognostic health monitoring. I mean, whether it's structural integrated health monitoring or prognostic health monitoring. So we are creating end-to-end provision, and even others who want to link to, because we have both Derby and the AIC, I mean, Atal Incubation, we will be happy to support you with that also for any company interested. And for some reason, if it doesn't get selected, again, we will actually be working with FICCI. We hope we will be able to provide. We ourselves, as I said in the beginning, are creating a huge infrastructure end-to-end, from twinning to product process, end of life cycle, all provisioning, testing, verification. So we'll be happy to support. So any query, you can also write to our Tech Innovate. I think you have seen an email was given. You may please, I mean, simply write to that email. Whether you are a student, an entrepreneur, or even say you are a head of a school and your students are doing something, you want them to be supported to take this forward. Or you are in IIC in an institute, heading IIC in any institution, and you want, can it be now for, or even research scholar, feeling can my research go forward to become a product process solution. I think if you simply write to Tech Innovate, I mean, you don't have to know anybody. We will get back to you within 3 to 4 days. But if it is linked to this process, we'll even get back earlier. But that is the ecosystem we are creating, and I am sure we'll be also working with FICCI in many, many more ways beyond this award. Yeah, I just wanted to add this as a point. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So thank you for your closing remarks. Also, thanks to our chief guest for a detailed overview and encouraging our audience and participants to share their queries and ideas. It is true that every great innovation begins with a curious question. With this, I would like to call upon Professor Sanjeev Srivastava for his vote of thanks. The people who are representing their startups here, please join us on dais for a group photograph. All our esteemed guests from schools, universities, deans, and professors from DSU also, please join us.